Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you for joining me for this tarot reading. This is going to be for all signs. No worries, you don't have to be a Virgo to chill with me. I just want to chill, right? It's YouTube. Let's just chill. The messages that I usually draw have a tendency to be very encouraging, or at least that's how I interpret them, you know what I mean? And so if that sounds like, positive vibes that you may enjoy, thank you for hanging out with me. Now, let's see what kind of messaging we shall receive this round. This time, I did not pre-shuffle. I saved that for us to do together. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it personally when I'm watching someone else read. So let's see what kind of message. Whoop. Huh. You know what? I'm going to do all three this time. Because these are cards we know, aren't they? I mean, unless you're new here, hey, welcome to the party. My name is Amy. Nice to meet you. But these cards have come up recently. And the most recent readings have kind of felt like a bit of this is your life. And this is how wonderful it is now, if you allow it, right? It can be weird stepping into the unknown, not knowing what to do, how to react, except we do, though, right? Why? Because this is our lives. And whatever path we're on is the right path. It's a journey, right? So, we've had our moments of being lost in the woods, and yet something always drives us forward. Is it our hope? Is it our hearts? Whatever. This has been like a process of initiation. Getting used to how our minds can work. The fact that anything is possible if we want it, right? And a lot changes with this. And it can feel like worlds crumbling as, the tower and the walls fall away. And it's only natural to want to fix things, right? But don't forget that one of the main points is for change to be able to occur. Whether we really want to physically move out of wherever we've been living to another city, another town, another country, right? Things are going to change. There may be those we feel like we're leaving behind, and we may not be so sure that we want to. But in certain aspects, at certain times with certain relationships, it's been more a matter of realizing, oh, this is how this is meant to be, at least right now, right? Realizing what others are capable of versus what we want them to be capable of, right? And realizing that what they are capable of is okay. That friendship doesn't have to end, right? Our perspectives have been growing and changing. And it's all been a part of the process. I have cat hair everywhere. Forgive me. Pardon me. Sorry. They are really fluffy. It's all been a part of the process. And we have felt so discombobulated at times. And our bodies have been getting rid of all of the dis-ease that has been occurring within them, right? It's been weird. It's been downright weird. But we've also been able to notice things that we never noticed before. Feel things, sensations that we had yet to experience. This has all been a process. So, apocalypsis falling out in the middle of shuffling, and these two saying hello, and seeing the threshold. Fam, I don't believe in coincidences. We also saw the womb, didn't we? This is a new part of our lives, not just chapters. You know, like books can have chapters within different parts. This is a whole new part of our lives. We're being reborn. We're being resurrected. And look at this pearl. What creates pearls, right? How are we able to realize that there are diamonds within those rocks, right? They occur under great pressure. A lot of dirt, right? Would you rather be on top of the mountain, or would you rather be hanging out with the gems within the mountain, right? Who says you have to be stuck inside of a mountain or on a mountain in the first place, right? We've been being beckoned forward into the rest of our lives, taking our wisdom with us and leaving the pain and the worst behind us. It's in the rear view, and hindsight has a tendency to be 20/20, right? What about the oracle cards? And it continues. Make the change. And how's that for a happily ever after? Whether you're just wanting to cut your hair, have a whole new wardrobe, whatever it is, it feels pretty darn big because it's the rest of your life, right? It's not just wanting a new job. It's wanting your life, not the life your parents told you should be living and others, society, led you to believe you should be living. Your life. This is your happily ever after. I'm still kind of on the fence about Abraham Hicks, but one of my favorite things is the idea of I'm living my happily ever after. I am living my happily ever after. I am in my happily ever after. It's time for your happily ever after, fam. What exactly are you waiting for? A sign? Fam, I'm not the only tarot reader on YouTube that's been sharing that every day. Like, come on. What about the tarot? Personally, I tend to consider the tarot like its own story within the story, right? And each card represents a chapter. Sometimes it goes, from 1 to epilogue. And sometimes the ones that are lining up together, they happen to do so in very interesting ways. Do we want to cut the deck? I'm not going to cut the deck today, fam. I'm going to roll with it. Card number 1, chapter number 1, fam, is the freaking Magician? The fuck have I been saying, right? Welcome to your happily ever after. It's your choice. This is your life. Taking care of yourself and being all balanced and feeling good in this body of yours, your temple. It's not selfish. It's what we're all supposed to be doing. Loving ourselves, loving our lives, right? No more superficial bullshit. No more soap opera dramas. Really living our lives to the fullest. Loving. And if others aren't matching their energy, wish them the best. Like, if there's nothing you can do, A lot of times there's something we can do, and most of the time they're on their journey, right? Either way, you're able to be an example, right? The only way to be able to do this, whether you're into the law of assumption or you're Wiccan, right? It's balance. Opening yourself up to the possibilities, keeping yourself centered and grounded. Opening yourself up to the divine universe, whatever that means for you. That's when magic is able to occur. Miracles, blessings, your hopes and dreams are able to be yours because they're already yours. You're not supposed to be sad and depressed and holding yourself back. You're supposed to be thriving, fam. Every single one of us. You're here. That was the first step, right? And you've taken so many steps since then, haven't you? You've been rocking it. It's okay to realize that. It's okay to live your hopes and dreams. What's chapter 2? Oosh. Look at the falling underneath the damn frickin' threshold. And apocalypses. First of all, this magician is not worried about getting lost in the forest. This magician kind of enjoys it. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I need to figure out this crap. I got some friends in here. Whether they're fae. I mean, fae can be quite mischievous, right? I've always really dug fairies. So anytime somebody busts out, I really don't watch that many tarot readers anymore, but anytime they bust out a fairy deck, I'm like, yeah! The hermit goes up on that mountain to, it's kind of similar to the Eight of Pentacles, where it's like you're shutting out the rest of the world, and the Four of Swords, quite frankly. Shutting out the rest of the world, and you're trying to figure your shit out. Not other people's shit, yours. You've got the star in the lantern leading the way. That's you. Your hopes and dreams, your full potential. You're not roaming willy-nilly. This all began here. Realizing I'm not happy. I want more. And I'm tired of wanting more. I'm tired of being lonely. I'm tired of being misunderstood. I'm tired of the life that I've been living. I want more. You deserve more. You deserve to be happy, fam. How do I know that? Because you exist. Right? Chapter 3. Boosh, funny how that's falling underneath Temperance. The great equalizer has entered chat. Had quite an experience on our own individual mountains, being our hermit selves. And with the dawn, with every dawn, is a new day. New things to experience, a whole world full of incredible opportunities. When your dreams come true, what are you supposed to do, fam? Dream bigger. Can we acknowledge that the first 3 tarot cards to come out are freaking major arcana? Two nines. There's an 8, 58, right? Huh, the numbers are numbering again. This is what we wanted. And therefore we've been doing the work to be able to provide for ourselves. to be able to provide for our families, biological or chosen, whichever applies. Things are balancing out to the way they're supposed to be. How do I know? Because it's the way you want them to be. We're slipping into your happily ever after, fam. Claim it. Live it. It's yours. Okay? What's chapter 4? There we go. How interesting. That card 1 is the Magician and card 4 is the Queen of Wands. If you're new here, I like to think of the Queen of Wands as basically we just drew the Magician. This is the Witch of the Tarot. She's even got her kitty familiar. And sunflowers always face the sun, don't they, fam? Who's the sunflower looking at? It's looking at you. Hey, the light comes from within you. You're a beacon in the darkness. You have the ability to inspire others just by being you. You've been through so much. There are times when courage doesn't, yeah, okay, fine, but it doesn't mean I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? Do things even though you're afraid, right? Going boldly into the unknown like a dang Star Trek captain, right? I don't know what's coming, but I know what I want. And I know that it's in the palm of my hand. I don't know how it's going to happen because I'm co-creating with the divine. And I love pleasant surprises. A lot of people say they don't like surprises, but I'm pretty sure you enjoy them when they're good. Right? Well then, open up. It's the willingness to receive. It's the willingness to recognize this idea of being undeserving is false. That was done to you throughout your life. That was a false idea put into your head, and it doesn't belong there. And that's been a really important part of this journey, being able to recognize that other people don't get to decide what you deserve. They get to decide what they deserve, and we decide what we deserve. We decide our lives. Look at this. These are all people who took control of their own lives, of their own power, and figured out what really means to them, what is really important to them. And they changed accordingly. They stopped living somebody else's life and took control of their own. What's going to come up underneath the Magician in chapter 5? Hey, because what? We're co-creating with the divine, fam. What the heck did I say? This may mean something, maybe it's a new job. You got tired of working retail. You got tired of sitting at a freaking desk in another cubicle. Or working out in the elements, even in the middle of the winter when it's frigid. Whatever. I like to think of it as a card representing co-creating with the divine. Either way, as long as you're the one on the left at the chisel, I have nothing to complain about. But this is people, beings, energies working together for the greater good. Working together in harmony and respect. You don't have to be alone. You don't need to be alone. It has been proven that human beings, our biological bodies, we do well when we're able to work in concert with others. That could mean that for some of us, we're doing our own thing, but we're all still working toward the greater good. You know what I mean? We're all doing our own parts. So whatever it means for you to work in harmony with others, boosh. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. What's going to come up underneath the Hermit? Holy cow pie, Batman. Yet another freaking major arcana. If you're not a Final Fantasy fan, that's the tune that tends to play at the end of the little battles you do against whoever. Nifty characters, either way. I mentioned resurrection and rebirth. We have... Hello! I love tarot, dude. I freaking love it. I love how everything always turns out. And when the cards are like, yep, Amy's a bit serious about this one. I freaking meant it. Look at this imagery, fam. Resurrection. Rebirth. You're done living purgatory. What has all of this work, all of this returning to self and figuring it out for yourself, what you want? Because I don't think you're a selfish human. Not this collective. We don't want to be the only ones out there enjoying our lives. We want our friends and whomever, family, whatever that looks like for you, right there with us. In harmony and respect. We want to be with people we're aligned with. Vibe, matching vibe. I say that a lot because I mean it. It's very intentional. And it's also very possible. And it's go time, fam. There are 6 cards on this tabletop easel of mine here. And only 2 of them are not major arcana. These are very freaking particular major arcana, fam. Yeah, wherever that camera is. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Dang, it's like, oh my goodness. I love tarot. This is so fun. I love sharing these messages with you. Oh, fam, look at this. What's coming up underneath Temperance? Woo! Oh, yeah, to new beginnings, baby. Looky. So one of my favorite aspects about the Temperance card are these 2 cups. That's why I always say we're defying gravity. 2s are new beginnings, fam. There's enlightenment that has been able to occur. And now the world is in the palm of your hand. Where shall we go next? Look at the stable ground that they're on, that they've built for themselves. You want more. You want to explore. You want to see the wonderful things that are all possible. You want to dream bigger. Cool, let's go. Where are we going next? Huh? I mean, it's winter up here. I'm down for someplace warm. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you want to swap. Take a little breaky poo. What's coming up here? Here we go. Okay, now, something I tend to point out with this card because I'd rather be positive rather than pessimistic. This tends to be a card of lack, right? But it's the Pentacles. The Pentacles aren't just money, they're everything. Seeds planted, ideas, right? These people, even in their rags, even with their wounds, they don't even have shoes on. They're still going forward. So the vibe I'm getting from this is you may still be living where you wish to leave, right? So much of this has been very internal, and others externally outside of yourself, they don't know what you know. They don't see it. And maybe you haven't really been able to see, but I think with all of this that's been going on with these readings, fam, and not just mine, I think you know. I think you do see. I think that you have been receiving a lot of encouragement along the way. I like to say, what if the door is here? What if this is their new home? Because it isn't just churches that have stained glass windows, right? What if the door's right here and they're finally home, their new home, where they can live and decorate however they choose and thrive? It's coming up underneath the Queen of Wands. We're not going to just begin with the Magician and end up with the Five of Pentacles for nothing, fam. What lack? Stop thinking in lack. Habits are really difficult to break. One thing that I've been recognizing is it's kind of like I've been out to sea for so long that I'm like Captain Jack Sparrow and I don't quite know how to walk on land anymore. You know what I mean? I'm kind of, and I'm perfectly sober-ish, you know, whatever. I'm joking. I am joking. But it's okay because it's all a part of the process, right? And it's getting better and better and better. There's still some transformation taking place. But like I said, these folks, regardless, they keep going forward. They stay in movement. They're not crouched down and sitting under the window going, woe is me. Like, really look at that imagery. This one kind of is like, I don't even know where we're going, but I trust this person, so I'm going with them because I know they're going to take care of me. What if that's you in the divine universe, fam? Keep going. Keep going. And continue with your affirmations. Continue with your meditations. Continue believing in yourself. Believing and loving. You know, like I love providing a life of luxury for my family. That was a good one. That was a good one, Charlene. Right? I love that all of my bills are set to auto pay because I never have to worry about having enough money anymore. All my bills are set to auto pay because I always have enough money. I love my new home. I love how easy it has been to move. Right? I love living the life I've always longed for. We're focusing on the things we love. We are coming from a place of love. That was an interesting sound my stomach just made. Did you hear that? Confirmation. What's the epilogue, fam? Boosh, right? We got two queens on the table. Hello? Hello? So much passion. So much creativity. So much love and nurturing and acceptance. So much balance. Right now you needed love and nurturing and encouragement. And I always have that to share, fam. Always. That's one of my favorite things about YouTube and uploading videos on YouTube. It doesn't matter where we live and our time differences, our different schedules. This isn't a live stream. This is a video that can be watched anytime. It is timeless and always available as long as you have the internet, right? If there are things that you want, if there are things you think you need and you don't have them, it's because you need to claim them. You need to open yourself up to receiving them. Queens, kings, and the like have been through their processes, right? They've been through all of those different stages through the suits. They're very secure within themselves. They have better understanding. They've done all of that hard work. They've fulfilled their initiation. They're not so discombobulated anymore. They are not in lack. Everything comes from you, fam. It comes from you. So no more of this, but every time I've tried to blah, 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 just blah. I mean, that was then. This is now. What's your point? No more negative self-talk. No more, like if you catch yourself just thinking about the past and God, I wish it had not turned out that way, let it go. Cut that cord, let it go. Notice that there's no swords out here. Pentacles, wands, and cups. And a bunch of freaking major arcana. You have the, Jesus Christ, confirmation purge. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll edit that out. I don't know. This kind of erupted forth. I'm so sorry if you don't like that kind of shit. I'm clearly amused. Damn. When this stuff is going down, any kind of sounds that kind of come forth, whatever direction, whether it's a loud car in my neighborhood, a plane going overhead, a freaking cat sneezing, or belch. This is a very biological body that I'm rocking here. You know what I mean? I trust my throat chakra. I only want to speak truth. You yourself are a very powerful being within your human body. And your mind controls everything. There's the car. What's on the bottom of this? Ooh! This can speak of addictions and, you know, negativity and stuff, yes. But that is a very earth card. It's a very, very earth card. And the vibe that I'm getting from it is, but I you know, I'm trying to manifest all these things. You're also trying to get beyond the negative self-talk. You're trying to get to that point where you are able to believe and harness your own power of manifestations. You're getting beyond the lack. So it's not just wanting your manifestations here and now in the 3D. It's wanting to let go of those old habits. And it's a process that you are fulfilling. Another loud car. You've got this, fam. You are in it. If you haven't completed your initiation, you're about there. You're doing the thing. You're in the thick of it. So just open up, because the rest of your life is coming in hot. You're being called to wake up and enjoy your life now. Right? To figure that out, how would you feel if you were free? How would you feel if you were free? Bam. What are the extra notes for this? Let's just do it this way. How about this way? Something about that. What's hanging? This looks different for everyone. Oh, fam, stop comparing yourself to others. What you doing? What you doing? Instead of comparisons, why not be inspired? That person's showing you what's possible. They did it. Why the fuck can't you? Excuse me? Because you're going to do your thing. That's theirs. Yours may look different. What they got going on that you're like, wow, it could just simply look different for you. What's your version? What do you want? Right? Instead of comparing, be inspired. Be thankful for knowing what's possible. It can't rain all the time, fam. We're just going to put that one right there. Can't rain all the time. Shoot. Out of nowhere, at like 5:15 this morning, it just, like, it rains a lot here in the Pacific Northwest, but this was like a cleansing occurred. It was wild. I looked outside and there was just this river going down the freaking hill. It was wild. I mean, of water. It's a road. Okay, that, oof, no landslides. Thank you. Nobody needs that. What's on the bottom? Aquarius. One of my besties is an Aquarius. Who's the Aquarius? What's going on? Hi. Listen, stop comparing. You gotta stop comparing. Be inspired. Let them inspire you. Be thankful for the examples. And remember, to others, you are an example. You are inspiring. That's not for you to understand. That's their thing. Just like your life is your life and others don't understand, that's cool. They don't have to. It's your life. It goes both ways, fam. To give is to receive. Where are we going next? All right? Thank you so much for joining me in this incredible reading. I really appreciate the company. You stuck around the whole time. Oh, thank you. Always remember that I love you.